Yet we do speak a kind of wisdom among those who are mature, a wisdom, however, not of this age, not of the age of modernity. Of course, Paul was not in a modern age, but anyway, but nor of the rulers of this age. Oh boy, that's fun. That's demonic principalities and powers, I think probably, who are passing away. Yeehaw! But we speak God's wisdom in a mystery. Here again, this sort of a little bit of Paul's description. It's like, so what does that mean? Well, we sure enough, we taught God's wisdom, but it's all inside of wisdom, inside a mystery, the hidden wisdom. Oh boy, it's even worse than a mystery. It's hidden wisdom, which God predestined before the ages to our glory. Wow. Y'all are glorious. You all are big. You are glorious. Isn't that what that says? To our glory, not to God's glory. You understand? Don't be falsely humble. God is so massive, He's not intimidated the least bit by us. So He poured out His image in us in great measure, not stingy. I was thinking just yesterday about people whose children are going awry. And why does that happen? Well, it's because we parents, broken, feeble, twisted parents with issues, are trying to raise eternal, infinite beings. It's no wonder we wobble. We wobble under the weight of our own beingness, don't we?
Yeah.
We don't understand ourselves. You are glorious. Anyway, so predestined before the ages to your glory. Go on, verse 8. The wisdom which none of the rulers of this age has understood. Who are the rulers of this age, probably? Again, understanding we don't understand completely, but who are the rulers of this age? Is he talking about Nero and the sheriff?
The religious authorities.
Religious authorities, probably part of it. What else?
The experts.
Okay. Yes. But I think there's a bigger picture here.
Yeah, you just alluded to the dark side.
Yeah, principalities. I think probably, I won't stand, this is what he means, absolutely, that's the seminary approach. But I think probably he's talking about principalities and powers.
And doesn't it make sense if Satan and, a third of the angels that passed away left on the wrong premise?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't understand what they were doing.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And there's a strange comfort here. I don't like to. I get uncomfortable often when people talk about the power of Satan and glorify him and lift him up. There's a sense in which Satan is very, 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 and his demons, his henchmen, whatever. And we don't know what demons are, by the way. We really don't. By the way, it's our theory that they're fallen angels. I just want to loosen you up a little bit. We don't really know for sure. In fact, we don't really know for sure that Satan is Lucifer fallen. That's a good theory, and it's worth thinking about. But we truly don't know exactly. We really don't. The Bible does not say. The two passages are, I think, Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28. Son of the morning, literally, you said, I will make my, and you've been taught by preachers that this means boom, boom, boom. Well, he doesn't really know. He was taught that by his professors who didn't really know. Okay? So it's a good theory. Please understand. It's a decent theory, and I'm inclined to think it's probably right. But if we get to heaven and find out, hey, you guys are wrong about that whole Lucifer thing, that's okay. Do you understand? Now, if you say, no, you're a heretic, this is orthodoxy. Yeah, it's screwy orthodoxy. The Bible does not say what Satan is, and it does not say what demons are. But anyway, they're pretty clever, I would say. But you know what? It also says here in this verse that none of them has understood it, the wisdom of this age. So there's a whole bunch of things that you could say right smack dab into the devil's face, and he won't get it. And Paul says that, I think he says that if the rulers of this age had known what they were doing when they were crucifying Christ, they never would have done it. And yet Jesus told his disciples over and over and over, point blank, I'm going up to Jerusalem, I'm going to be turned over to the Jews, the elders and the priests, and they're going to kill me, and I'm going to raise on the third day. And where was Satan or the demons when all that was being said? Right there, within easy earshot. I'm speaking on the microphone, please say that again, Jesus. And Satan didn't get any of it. Do you understand? There's a whole bunch of things that you can say, right? Smack dab into Satan's face, and he's just clueless. Like what kind of things? Righteous things, holy things, good things, loving things, humble things. Now, if you start acting like him, start getting puffy and proud and arrogant, and then then you're dead meat. You're no match for him. But you go down, you go humble, you go loving, you go righteous, you go holy, and he's like clueless. You be like Jesus, and he's clueless. And I'm sorry, I know I'm taking all these tangents. Lord help us. Okay, let's go on. Verse 8. For if they had understood it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. That's the verse I just mentioned. You've got to read verse 9, don't you? Just as it is written, things which the eye has not seen, nor the ear has not heard, nor the brain has not figured out, and which have not entered in the heart of man, all that God has prepared for those who love him. For to us God revealed them through the Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things. And I love the way Spirit searches all things, all things, all things. Oh yeah, also even the depths of God. So they're like two slightly different categories. All things and, oh yeah, all the things of God too. For who among men knows the thoughts of a man, except the spirit of the man which is in him? Even so, the thoughts of God no one knows except the Spirit of God. Oh, I don't understand that. Another conventional answer, but I don't know. Anyway. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God, that we might know the things freely given to us by God. And I think Paul there is sort of answering that question. So what's the difference between, rationalistic Christianity and spirit? In spirit Christianity, there's a receiving, there's a freedom. That's why, earlier I just breathed. How do you receive from God? Just stop, relax, just breathe. Inhale the Spirit of God. Breathe, receive. As opposed to the rationalistic, it's hook and claw every inch of the way for understanding, for revelation and so forth. No. Just receive freely. Verse 13. Which things we also speak, not in words taught by human wisdom, but in those taught by the Spirit, combining spiritual with spiritual. And I wrote it in my notes here, just pneumatic voice with pneumatic off. It doesn't even say spiritual thoughts with spiritual words. That's the translators are trying to make sense of that. Taught by the Spirit, combining spiritual thoughts with spiritual words. But a natural man does not accept the things of the Spirit of God, for their foolishness to him, and he cannot understand them because they are spiritually appraised. But he who is spiritual appraises all things, yet he himself is appraised by no man. Who has known the mind of the Lord, that he should instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. Wow. Okay, so what? A whole bunch of so whats. Because I know we've been way in the heavens, which is great fun. But actually this all grew this week out of very earthy, painful moments in my own journey. I guess I'll give it to you the way it came to me, because I think it's a word from the Spirit. I was out jogging and walking yesterday. It was a beautiful morning. Woohoo! Thank you, Lord, for springtime. And I had my journal, but I was just walking, and the birds were singing, and there was a mockingbird that I just had to stop and just stand there and listen to this bird. Amazing, amazing creature. And of course, my brain kind of goes to, are not two sparrows sold for a penny, and yet your Father in heaven knows every one of them. And forgive me, I'm going to go weird here for a minute. So. And I guess all of the things we've been talking about the last several weeks are working on me. And I really, it's like, God, how can you think about every bird? And then, of course, every hair of your head is numbered. Not even counted. Numbered. It's getting to be an easier job for some of us. I had to say that. The number is getting more and more. And I think it was like a little flash of insight. Because it's hard to conceive. How many of you have ever thought, well, how can God listen to everybody all around the world pray all at the same time?